So, you want to do our cold start up?
I suppose so. Let's do it from outside so we can both hear it.
All right.
On a 1 to 10 rating, 10 being Porsche GT3,
And 1 being an Aveo.
I'd give it a 7.
I'd give it 6.5.
6.75.
With the 3.6 liter V6.
Alright, let's get at it. Welcome back, everyone.
I hope you guys are having a great day and are excited to learn about the 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Not only a Jeep Grand Cherokee, it is the Limited X. So we're talking beautiful trim level.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing, I haven't driven it very much, but it is amazing.
The exterior looks beautiful.
We'll give them a good walk around later, but it's got, like you saw in one of the last videos, got like can't really call them nostrils.
Because they're on its forehead.
They're on its forehead, but I don't know. Like maybe like El Diablo cut off its horns and that's like the rest of it or something. I don't know. But it's cool. So inside of here, give them a look at this cabin as we're driving.
It's got this beautiful black on black interior with a matte coloration to it.
Want to show them something cool about this? So I'll get around the corner, but see here, the speed limit says 40.
Yep.
I'm going to get to somewhere where I can show them.
Well,
so it's black, right?
Yeah. It went red because we're speeding now.
So we'll get that off the camera there in a minute so that you don't know if we're speeding or not. But this gauge cluster here is awesome. It's digital and analog, so you got your...
It looks pretty awesome if I do say so myself.
Your RPM
as
analog,
you can see.
Your engine temp analog, your fuel level analog, everything else is digital. And you can play around with that screen and kind of get it to be whatever you want it to be. So if you go like this, here we got your tire pressures, you got miles per hour, you got something that's unavailable, you don't have any messages.
And that's your radio.
Start, stop, ready. There's some mileage stuff that we don't really care about. And then you got this, which is kind of fun. I mean, it gives you kind of the best of all the worlds of what you need. You got your range, your average miles per gallon, stuff like that. What do you think about the limited amount of buttons?
So the very few buttons you have here, I like it, but I'm kind of indifferent because I do like a button to be used.
Want to know what button I will use all the time?
Which one?
I'm going to show you up here when I can pull off here. But there's a few of these that need to be changed, and they almost need to be hardwired permanently.
Yeah.
Right?
Look at how beautiful Jay Cook is today, guys.
We got a little bit overcast. Okay, so we're slowing down. Let's pretend that we're coming up to a stop sign.
Yep.
Come to a stop sign. Oh, we're off-roading.
Oh, we're off-roading now.
All right. So the engine shuts off. It has the auto start-stop function.
Yep.
Great for all the people who love the... I don't know.
It doesn't really save on much.
No. It's actually, I think, in my personal opinion, not being a mechanic is worse for your vehicle.
Because you're using the starter a bunch.
So this button, always push.
It leaves the engine running at all times, even at stop signs.
And then to turn this from an amazing Jeep, which has all these cool capabilities,
Sport mode
on. And then it turns the eco off.
So it's perfect.
Which, as far as turn 5 viewers, that's kind of the way you just have to go.
Yeah.
Want to give it a little gooser?
It sounds pretty good for a V6.
I mean, that's pretty awesome.
I like it.
So this has, let's talk about the engine real quick. In this one, we got a 3.6 liter V6.
That produces 293 horsepower and 260 foot-pounds of torque.
So that is awesome. It can tow something like 6,200 pounds.
Yep.
So you got no issues with that. It's really a very capable car. And if you think about it, getting the V6, you're probably saving the environment a little bit more than if you got the V8. So really, we're being environmentalists.
Even without using the auto start function and turning eco off.
So there you have it. I mean, we're all about the environment. I like turtles just as much as the next person. What else we got here? We got the flappy paddles, the fake flappy paddles.
Here's something funny about it, guys. Let's see if I can get behind the steering wheel with the camera. Do you see that the paddle starts and then stops right there? It's very small. I don't know why Jeep did that. It's
because almost every car now has these paddles. So it's just kind of something that manufacturers put on there, I believe.
Yeah. They're cool, but
if you want to go into manual, you just
push
here.
Back into drive.
We're in drive. Push it over towards the driver's side door. You're in manual mode. Then you can use the flappy paddles, so you can go up. I don't know why you'd go all the way through. All 8 gears.
That's a lot.
This has. But you can, there. I mean, it makes it kind of fun going around like these corners. I wouldn't use it very often. Maybe just when you're going through these roads, keeping it in a gear.
It cruises nice though. Even through this, it handles better than I thought it would for a Jeep.
It is. It's not just an off-roading monster. It's quite capable. I think if you got the trim with the air suspension, it would handle even a little bit better around the corners.
But this handles phenomenally for not having air ride.
Listen to that.
That sounds great.
I mean, that's a nice sounding
V6. It's a nice sounding Jeep.
It is a nice sounding Jeep. The interior I just love. Can you give them a shot of the back seats, which is how the front seats are as well? They got nice.
The back seats have a little less bolstering, but they still have a lot of bolstering. The front seats have really thick side bolsters, and they're a little bit more plush, but the back seats, for being back seats, are insanely comfortable. And I've ridden back there, and I can sit there for 2 hours.
Yeah, there's a lot of room back there. Your knees are not up against the seat, even with the front seats as far back as you would ever need them for a driver. Go ahead.
It's got a beautiful sunroof too, which looks amazing from the back person's perspective, like you're getting right now. You can see right out of it, right up at the sky. It's a little dreary today, so it's not that pretty to look at, but
in a car these days, you kind of need a panoramic roof.
A massive sunroof for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it just is kind of one of those things. So in here you got driver and passenger heated seats. You got a heated steering wheel. I don't really need it on right now. But that, once you have a heated steering wheel, you can't really go back. You got all these, you can control your climate from up here. You could literally spend a week learning how this infotainment center works.
Yeah, for sure. It's just like, it's got little weird quirks, but they make sense.
Right. So if you guys ever want a in-depth tutorial on a screen, I mean, we would be more than happy to do that. It's just not really our thing to do.
Yep.
But it's got a lot of cool stuff. And then you got, obviously, Apple CarPlay. Here's how you can adjust your heated seats. That's how you can also do your heated steering wheel. You got, can you turn on the backup camera while you're driving forward?
That seems a little absurd.
That is a little absurd. If I have to be very honest, the pixels on the
backup camera
are not the best I've ever seen.
No, but they do the job well.
They do the job very well. What else we got? You got a whole bunch of...
It's got a bunch of different modes down here.
Oh, here's my favorite thing about the steering wheel. If you can focus in on this, the steering wheel says since 1941.
It's pretty cool.
It's just a cool little feature. It is a little hot in here right now.
So you just click those
You can
buttons
click
down.
these buttons, or you can move these up or down, which works really well. You can change how it goes just from the touchscreen. Which, using the screen, after you get used to that, I like that way better than using the actual button.
It feels more intuitive on a screen,
Right.
than just buttons.
So we're going to take you to show you some of the actual off-roading capabilities of this thing.
Where we'll be able to use maybe one or two of these features.
Right. You want to bring them to our favorite screen?
Our favorite screen, okay, that would be apps, and it's called Off-Road Pages. You gotta wait a little bit.
Okay, so you got vehicle dynamics, pitch and roll, accessory gauges, which will show you more about the car than you would really ever care to know.
Which I'm guessing is really beneficial while you're off-roading.
So we're not really off-roaders,
No.
but I think that that is important as you're doing that stuff. You got your pitch and roll, which will show you you have to be under 25 miles an hour for that stuff to work. But the vehicle dynamics is cool, because if we turn, we're steering 1 degree right now, and then we're going back to no. So it's just
pretty crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
And it tells you how high up you are. That's cool. I think that's cool.
Gives you your latitude and longitudinal
Coordinates.
I mean, it's super cool. It's just like it's fun. It's way more fun than any of the other cars' features.
There's a lot of stuff people put in cars now that you wouldn't think are fun. And a lot of the times they aren't. But Jeeps,
It's fun.
they make fun stuff in their
Yeah.
cars.
So, I don't know. I mean, it really makes you want to get one. I don't know that I'd trade in a Porsche for it, but I would have it as a second vehicle.
It would be a great second vehicle.
Yeah. And if I didn't have a Porsche, I don't know why I'm just obsessed with Porsches, I would get a Jeep.
Yeah, it's great.
I think I would really love to see a high trim Gladiator.
That would be cool, because that would be like the same level of interior as this has, but
just kind of more Jeepish.
oh, here's something cool with the screen. So if we had the radio on, you can push this thing called screen off, and it turns the screen off, but it still plays your music. Normally you just push the power button, but then it doesn't play your music.
And to get it back on, you just touch the screen.
It's pretty cool.
It works really well for nighttime driving. If your eyes are getting bothered from the lights,
Very much so.
it's a great feature. I think that this screen is something like 8.4 inches. Plenty big. Does not need to be any bigger.
No, it's perfect for inside a car.
Yes. It's got a lot of speakers.
I wish we could show you how they sound, but
I mean, you'll just have to drive one.
yeah.
All right, so I think I'm going to pull into a little spot over here. We can show them some of the outside, and then we will jump back in and show them some of its minor off-roading capabilities.
Yeah.
All right?
Look at those horns that have been cut off.
That's
and
what we're calling them.
demonized.
That does not sound as majestic as it could be. The LED lights around,
Those things look great.
the blacked out trim.
And I like that the headlight covers are finished in a smoky color, so
Yes.
it really adds a dark look to the front of this car.
And then you got they're not black rims.
They're like what Porsche would call space gray.
Yes. I mean, it just looks so nice. The blacked out,
Grand
Emblem.
Cherokee, the black mirrors.
the tinted privacy glass.
You know, this is like a GTS level spec. That's why we like it so much.
And this color, I don't know what it's called. All you Jeep fans would probably know. It's amazing in this spec. I like the exhaust tips, even though they are, fake.
Yeah, but they're still colored other than chrome, so it
Yes.
looks great.
Then you have the trailer hitch cover,
That's this whole piece right here,
which is
if
nice.
you're
It
wondering.
cleans it up a lot. And if people are paying attention, you have the limited X.
And that's in black, just like the 4x4 is in black. And the Jeep emblem is in black.
It is a beautiful looking car.
This
Yeah.
is the way you have to get it.
20-inch rims,
Yep.
front and rear. And if you look, I mean, they're nice and they're beefy, but not obnoxiously beefy.
Yeah. And everything about the front is different than a regular Grand Cherokee, and even higher level trims that don't have the Limited X package. So the things that are different are the hood, and that front fascia comes different, which would be this portion. It gives it a little more aggressive look to it, being that it's a Limited X.
Oh, do you want to show them the trunk while we're out here?
Yeah, let's do that. You know, something I
really
like
this
about
car.
the trunk is with the trunk, this looks like it's a handle, right? But really, all you have to do is click it, and there's a button in there.
And this trunk mechanism opens and closes very smoothly. We got a good bit of room. Here's where your spare tire is, down here. You
Yep.
push this down, pull it up. There you got your spare tire.
It's a full-size spare tire also, so that's great.
You got a little bit of room for some storage. You got a 12-volt.
Outlet, just in case you need it. In the back, say you're cooking something, you have a plug-in for a cook at your tailgating.
And then when you want to close it, there's a little button right here. Hit that. Watch how smoothly this closes all the way to where it latches.
It's amazing, because back when they first started, they used to clunk right there, but this did nice little solid clicks, ensuring that the door is closed.
Back seat. Give them a tour back there.
Look at this, I'm gonna hop in here. So, fun thing, like, look, I'm 6 feet tall, and I fit comfortably back here.
In your seat, you like to have the back really back. So I would say that this front seat is back as far as anybody would ever have it.
Yeah, for sure. And then this is something that people would get confused on. This is pointing at your knees, so that's for these vents. This is pointing at your feet, so if I flip it to that, it blows at my feet. And you can also have it in the middle, so it does both. You have a regular house outlet back here, and you have 2 USB ports to charge your phone with.
Oh, coolest thing, back seats.
They do some nice reclining. This is as far as it goes.
But it's super nice to give some sort of mobility when you're in the back seat.
It is, because normally cars have very crappy angles that the back seats are, and this does not. And as you can see, my seat is leaned pretty far back, and I fit well
I'm
back
gonna sit
there.
in there and show them how far back you sit.
Yeah.
I mean, you're kind of like a gangster.
Oh yeah, I always ride like
I
a
mean,
gangster. You're kind of in a lounge chair.
I'm in a lounge chair right now.
And this seat's so comfortable. You have your lumbar support right here, and then it also has another support that's just above the lumbar with the up and down buttons.
I know that most cars have these controls that look kind of like this, but it's very intuitive. Here's for what your butt sits on, and here's for what your back is on. And you can adjust it.
It's very nice.
And this thing is awesome. And then to continue the outside, you got the keyless entry. So this button will lock it, and then when you want to unlock it, you stick your hand in there and it unlocks.
It's great.
Well, do you want to show them some off-roading capabilities?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So we're about at a hill, and we're gonna have to change the driving mode in this.
This is about the only hill that we can really think of.
Yeah.
So put it in park.
Yep.
Let's switch it from auto. Oh, let's show them this.
All right.
If you go to select terrain, watch the screen. So we'll go to sand.
We're in sand now.
Just in case you're confused, you can see it on the screen. You go to snow. Unfortunately, we'll be there in about a month and stay there for about 8 months. So then you go back to sand. Here's auto, nice and clean. Mud.
That looks fun.
But now we're gonna go to rock.
Shift to 4-wheel drive low to go into rock. So you have to click 4-wheel drive low to put transmission in neutral. So now we can go to rock, I do believe.
There we are.
We're in 4-wheel drive low with auto park disabled, and we are going to go to rock now because it took us a little bit of learning to get into 4-wheel drive low.
Now we're really in rock.
We are in rock.
All right, we are in drive.
And then let's go to pitch and roll, and you can see the roll and the pitch that this has, and we're going up this hill. This is pretty cool.
This is really cool.
It's much better than when we took the alt track here and did the hill descent.
It is.
This has a climbing feature.
We are 10 degrees.
Of pitch?
We're not going to have much roll throughout the whole thing.
No.
And you can feel it. Gripping. Each tire is just gripping up the hill. And I know if you look at the road, it's just a class 5 road.
Yeah.
But it's still pretty steep. I mean, 10 degrees
is a lot. I think it's pretty impressive what this vehicle can do. I think this can do actually a fair amount of off-roading for it being a posh luxury SUV.
If you didn't worry
Wouldn't you agree?
I do agree. If you didn't worry about scratching the outside, I would take this off-roading. I think it is as capable as a car that you would need.
If we weren't concerned, I'd try to figure out where that goes. It says to the marina, and it does not look like a very good road.
Here we go. We're going back up, and we're gonna got a little bit of roll going on.
We had a 2-degree roll. I like this stuff. It's cool.
This is fun. So let's see what our vehicle dynamics say. So we got a locked transfer case.
That's cool. And then it tells us what our steering angle is all the time. Can we see any accessory gauges? They all look good. Nothing's changing due to the fact that we have a 4-wheel drive low.
So go back to the picture. That is the coolest thing on this car. So if you don't do any off-roading, it's a good party trick.
Yeah. You can go up a hill like this and show all your buddies, hey, look at what I can do.
I mean, this is a pretty steep hill. So
it is.
Well, let's look when we get to the top what our altitude is.
And then we'll check it again when we're at the bottom. Well, it is a ski hill. We're going from the bottom to the top of a ski hill.
I wonder if they'd let us go on the grass.
I would love to go on the grass if they would let us.
I don't think so.
Go right down there, down that trail right there into the big, oh, they changed the name of it. It used to not be called Free Fall. It was something ditch or something.
So if you guys are curious, this ski hill is called Mont de Lac.
And it's in Duluth, Minnesota.
Well, I think this is actually in Wisconsin.
Is it in Wisconsin?
I mean, I'm not a geologist.
I don't remember seeing any signs saying we were in Wisconsin. I'm pretty sure it's still this side.
Hey, I told you I'm not a mathematician.
All right. You're right.
So 10-degree pitch was the most we got.
All right. And look, they even have 4-wheelers up here because that's what they're usually driving.
Well, don't show them the Toyota Camry.
You guys can't see the Toyota Camry.
Or the Dodge Caravan.
Yeah.
Or the golf cart.
Yeah, a golf cart can make it up here.
Okay, so that pretty much, let's get her back into a normal mode.
So you're gonna have to put it back into neutral.
Neutral.
And then you're gonna push 4-wheel drive low.
It's gonna
4-wheel drive shift in progress, and now it's not in 4-wheel drive.
And now we're back in auto.
So we're in auto.
So now we're gonna go forward, and we're gonna show you the hill descent. Look at how beautiful that is.
That is gorgeous.
So that is a river that feeds into Lake Superior. And like I said, I'm not a chemist, but that's cool. Okay, if we're going to park,
we're gonna click hill descent, correct?
We're gonna do this button right here.
And hill descent control unavailable. I'm guessing it's because we're in park. That would be my guess.
We go to neutral.
I'd put it in drive, but let's see.
What if we go to drive?
I bet drive will fix that.
Maybe you have to go to
mud. Let's see that. Now try it. Do you have to have it in 4-wheel drive low still?
This is the funny part of the video.
Where we don't know what we're doing, I guess.
How can you get into hill descent? Let's go back to rock.
Rock, you have to be in 4-wheel drive low.
Okay.
So you have to put it in neutral first, remember?
Okay. We are in neutral.
Yep.
4-wheel drive low.
And 4-wheel drive shift.
You guys are learning with us.
This is the...
And now going to rock?
Yep, twist it to rock. And now it's in rock.
Let's make sure.
And that's rock.
You're in rock. So now can we do this?
Hill descent on. Use paddles or shifter to adjust speed. So,
this is going to be fun.
So you have to use either this or the paddles to adjust your speed.
So we gotta go into drive.
Yep, and I think you pull it into manual mode. Is my guess.
All right. Here we go.
Let's see what it does.
Look at no feet.
His feet are off and we were braking.
So you're gonna go a little bit faster.
So when you click that, it's changing the miles per hour right here that it will allow going down the hill. That's pretty cool.
They're 2.5 miles per hour. That's what you're setting it at. So it's a half a mile per hour every time you hit the paddle. No feet. This does it by itself.
This is pretty cool.
I mean, this is what the All-Track does as well, but it doesn't do it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, we could like...
We could have a cup of tea as we're going down.
We could have a cup of tea, eat some lunch.
Yeah.
I mean, we could knit.
This is pretty cool.
This is really cool. And you can just feel every tire gripping as it goes down. And if you're on rocks like what it shows in the picture.
I don't know how this is going to fare with rocks.
Oh, so we're at 915 feet.
It was 930 at the top.
930 at the top? Okay, so there's the miles per hour that we selected. You do that with the paddle shifters. The plus increases the speed by half a mile an hour, and I would assume that the minus decreases by half a mile an hour. So as we go down this hill, let's recap what you have to do. You got to put the car into neutral.
You have to push four-wheel drive low.
It goes into low. Then you go into rock mode.
Yep.
Once you're in rock mode, then you can do the hill climb descent.
It's pretty cool.
I'm gonna pull off here so we can go a little faster down the hill because the Toyota Camry is beating us.
I guess we're going too slow for the Toyota Camry. Can you see it in the mirror, guys? Caught us.
All right. So to get out of this mode,
I do believe
step on the brake. Slide it from manual into drive. Go into neutral. Switch it out.
And
we're in mud. Turn off four-wheel low.
Four-wheel drive shift in progress shows up there.
There, and then the hill descent comes off as well.
It's pretty cool.
Let's go back into drive and put it in auto.
Back to our clean vehicle according to the screen.
So if you're with your friends and they think your car is dirty, just put it into auto mode and it will.
Yeah, they won't be able to see it.
That hill descent feature is pretty cool.
For sure.
I don't really know how much you actually use it, but it's a good party trick.
Yeah.
And if you are going to take this off-roading, it's very capable.
Well, I don't know what else to say about this.
I think that was fun.
Would you have any recommendations to make this vehicle better?
This is at the very top of my list of SUVs that I've ever driven. I can't really think of too many above it, so I'm going to put it within the top 3.
Okay.
So the 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited X has blown my socks off from my expectations to the reality of what this car actually is. I think the only thing that can really make this any better would be a Hellcat engine swap.
Yeah, that would make it pretty cool. 707 horsepower and a Jeep.
Other than that, this thing is a beast.
It really is.
I love it very much. We hope that you guys liked our review. If you did like it, comment below. Let us know if you'd like to see any other features about this car, and we can
definitely show you them.
All right, awkward high five.
Make sure to click that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed our video. There will be more videos like this in the future.
Take care.
Bye-bye.